Good morning and welcome back to another new edition of The Breakfast Show. I have the pleasure to have with me for this Sunday morning, Yasmin Bakir.
Good morning, Dina, and good morning to all the viewers. Of course, one of the very important segments we're going to be talking about today is the post-revolution first ever presidential elections. Today is the second and the last day. So voting is begin now, or has begun the past few minutes. We're going to be following up throughout the day on how the developments happen and the number of people who are heading to polling stations, and if there have been reported any irregularities through the network of our correspondents around different governorates here in Egypt.
That's true, Yasmin. The two final candidates that are competing through the presidential race is the Muslim Brotherhood's Mohammed Morsi and Nation General Ahmed Shafiq. And 50 million Egyptian citizens are eligible for voting, and there are fines that are going to be fined. People are going to be fined if they don't go to the polling stations. And of course, lots of people have flocked to the polling stations yesterday, but they are continuing to do so today. However, some are boycotting. What else, Yasmin?
14,000 judges, of course, and 13,100 electoral committee. That was all going to be taking place today. We also going to be covering up different feature stories and reports concerning the presidential elections, and also the latest developments around the country in all fields: political, economic, social and cultural even, Dina.
Right, but of course, as usual, right now we're going to be starting off with the weather forecast, the expected temperatures in the coming 24 hours. This in addition to this day in history, so stay with us.
Of June 1942, Mohammed al-Baradei, former Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency and recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, was born. Mohammed al-Baradei was the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, an intergovernmental organization under the auspices of the United Nations. Al-Baradei and the International Atomic Energy Agency, or the IAEA, were jointly awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2005. On the 7th of October 2005, Al-Baradei and the IAEA itself were announced as joint recipients of the Nobel Peace Prize for their efforts to prevent nuclear energy from being used for military purposes and to ensure that nuclear energy for peaceful purposes is used in the safest possible way, implicitly disavowing criticism of them since the Second Allied Iraqi Gulf War, and especially the failed US-led attempt not to prolong his term in office. Al-Baradei donated all his winnings to building orphanages in his home city of Cairo. On the 17th of June 2002, heavy fighting broke out in southern Somalia. Heavy fighting broke out between rival militiamen in the very fertile Middle Shabelle region of southern Somalia. The fighting was between the supporters of the Interior Minister of the Transitional National Government, Dahir Daya, and those of warlord Muhammad Dahir, controlling Johar town, the capital city of Middle Shabelle region. It was in the early morning that the two sides started exchanging heavy gunfires outside a village about 150 kilometers north of Mogadishu. Even though the fighting started on the principle of pro- and anti-government ideologies, it was degenerating into sub-clanish war between the sub-clans which Dahir Daya and Muhammad Dahir belonged to. Both sides were preparing themselves to such war, despite the fact that there had been unsuccessful attempts of peace brokering between the two sides by elders from the community. The fighting outside Mahadai district was very much disturbing the ordinary people from two sides living together peacefully in Johar and several other towns and villages in the region.
Welcome back, and actually right now we have two interesting coming up segments. The first one is going to be Ashley Gindi. He's going to show us some of his fitness tips with one of the experts, and the second one
and the
is
second
me.
one, of course, is Karim Gamaluddin, who is always taking us around the touristic areas here in Egypt. So if you want to experience what it's like to soak up the sun as we are in the summer season, right before, of course, Ramadan, let's see what Karim Gamaluddin has for us.
Welcome to the breakfast show. Let's get healthy. How are you? Good,
Well,
strong
thank you.
handshake here. Yes. That's the 10 kilos you were doing like this, trying to show me up. We got letters about that. Thank you very much. Okay, before we do the exercise, water. Tell me your opinion, water, how much you drink in a day. You're out there working in the sun. And your opinion on the ever popular energy drinks whose name we can't mention, of course.
Okay, water, I personally drink a lot, maybe 6 to 8 liters a day.
Get out.
Yeah, no,
6
maybe
to-
not 6 to 8. On a
6 to
day,
8 liters?
really sweating because we work in the daytime and dancing at nighttime, so we sweat a lot. But on an average day in this sort of weather, I think 3 liters a day is
That's
good.
still a lot.
Yeah,
And energy drinks.
Yeah, energy drinks, too much sugar. I think not necessary. If you're sweating a lot, replace a little bit of your salt in your food. But generally, water, pure.
Water.
Maybe
and
a
water.
juice to put some sugar, but a fresh juice with the vitamins and the minerals. Energy drinks, I think, no.
So there. Okay, today, show us. I'm going to go around the other. Okay, I'll stay here. This machine is good for what? I've done it before. This is favored by women because of what reason?
Not all women use it. It's not favored particularly,
Okay.
but popular for men, can be popular for women also.
Opa.
We do our arms here, depending if we go to the front.
Yes.
We're doing the front of our
The
arms.
front, the arms.
We're doing our biceps
Yeah.
and concentrating on the pectoral muscles.
Oh.
It's important. Also the muscles that are underneath the arms. When we have the arms wide like this, it's working the underarm
Yeah.
muscles as
Okay.
well. Then if we were to lean more to the front
Yes.
and take it down behind, we're using the trapezius muscles and more the triceps, the outside shoulder. So with two different exercises, we can use the same machine, front and the back of the upper body.
All right, let's ask the audience. You want to see me work out, or would you like to see Rose work out?
Please.
Okay, here you go, all yours. I heard them through the lens. All
Okay.
yours. All right, show us how it's
So
done.
if we sit with the back straight.
Okay.
Again, 90-degree angle at the
that's
hip.
why this is here to hold
Yeah.
your knees on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we keep the arms nice and wide to go to the front. We pull down, keeping the elbows
Yes.
out to the side. Pull down
Okay.
and back up again and down.
Do you
And
lock
as
your
see-
elbows on the way up?
Not 100%, no. And not to let the shoulders come up, to keep the shoulders down, keep the back
so
straight.
important, shoulders up. I
down.
suffer from that badly.
Yeah.
I always forget.
And I don't know if you can see, it's working my biceps.
Now she's
And-
showing off again, guys. Her biceps are bigger than mine. Okay, that's for
Then
the front.
if
And
we lean a little bit towards the front,
Yes.
and we pull down to the back,
now the back is still pretty, slightly curved, but pretty straight, yeah? So
try to
leaning
keep it
forward
straight,
so it's
try
not
to keep
bent.
it straight. So
Ah.
our 90-degree angle becomes a bit smaller
Yeah.
at the hip, and we pull down and up, and this is using the upper back, the trapezius muscles, and the outside of the arms, the triceps.
So all the upper part of the body gets worked out
Yeah,
at
so
once.
when we do behind, we're using here. When we're using front, we're using here. Same when we're doing behind, we're using here. And the front, we're using here.
Good job.
Thank you.
Tell me, do you like sushi?
I like sushi,
You
yes.
like sushi. Live in
Yeah.
Japan, I guess you have to like sushi. Say bye-bye to your ever-increasing fan base and my ever-decreasing. Have a good day on the Breakfast Show.
Dear viewers, welcome to the Breakfast Show, and now we're going to take a look about the water sports here in Sharm el-Sheikh, so please stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Jerry. It's the first time that I'm here in Egypt. The weather is fantastic. In this time of the year, it's very, very good. In August, people told me that you arrive at 63 the temperature, but now it's okay. It's okay. So I will come again here in September, I guess, because August is it's a little hot. And anyway, the food also is very, very good. I prefer, maybe you won't believe me, I prefer Egyptian food. I don't know, it's I like this food. It's offer you a lot of choice to do sports, entertainment like moving, and I enjoy a lot this place.